The magnetic power of silence. Imagine you've just made a bold decision: you're going to start your dream business, write a book, lose weight, or achieve a personal milestone. The excitement surges within you, filling you with ambition and determination. Your first instinct: to share your plans with everyone. You announce it on social media, call your friends, and revel in their encouragement. It feels great, but then something unexpected happens. The initial rush of motivation fades, days turn into weeks, and that blazing fire of enthusiasm starts to cool. The business never gets off the ground, the book remains unwritten, the fitness journey stalls before it ever really begins. The goal, once so vibrant in your mind, quietly dissolves into the background. Why does this happen? Because success loves silence. Why silence fuels success? When you keep your goals to yourself, you give them time to take root, to grow without external pressure, and to develop into something substantial. The more you talk about what you're going to do, the less energy you have to actually do it. Your brain mistakenly interprets verbal recognition as real progress, reducing the urgency to take action. Many of the world's most successful individuals understand this. They work in silence, avoiding the distractions of outside opinions, premature validation, and unnecessary skepticism. They allow their results, not their words, to make the impact. The pitfalls of premature announcements. Loss of momentum. Verbalizing plans can create a false sense of accomplishment, making you feel like you've already achieved something when, in reality, nothing has changed. External doubt and criticism. Sharing goals too soon invites opinions, skepticism, and sometimes outright discouragement, which can weaken your resolve. Pressure to perform. Publicly declared goals create expectations, and if things don't go as planned, fear of judgment may cause hesitation or abandonment of the goal altogether. Energy drain. Constantly discussing your aspirations can drain the very motivation you need to achieve them. A new approach: move in silence. Instead of seeking validation, channel your energy into execution. Write down your goals, map out a plan, and take consistent action. Focus on progress, not approval. Let your results speak for themselves. In this discussion, we'll explore why keeping your goals private can significantly boost your chances of success. You'll learn how premature announcements drain momentum, how external feedback can sabotage ambition, why the most successful people often work in the shadows before stepping into the light, practical strategies to cultivate silent discipline and stay committed to your goals. By the end, you'll understand why moving in silence isn't just a strategy, it's a powerful mindset shift that can help turn your dreams into reality. Let's dive in. The illusion of progress. Why talking can kill motivation. When you share your goals, your brain perceives the recognition as a reward. Research in psychology suggests that verbalizing intentions can trick your mind into feeling like you've already made progress. This false sense of accomplishment reduces the urgency to take real action. Understanding the psychology behind it. The brain is wired to seek pleasure and avoid discomfort. When you announce a goal, you receive immediate social validation. People praise your ambition, admire your vision, and even express excitement on your behalf. This triggers the release of dopamine, the same neurotransmitter associated with real achievement. However, the problem arises when this validation becomes a substitute for actual effort. A study conducted by Peter Gollwitzer, a professor of psychology at New York University, found that individuals who vocalize their goals often experience a decrease in motivation to pursue them. The study showed that talking about a goal creates a premature sense of identity and accomplishment, leading to reduced effort in executing the necessary steps to achieve it. The key takeaway: talking about a goal can feel good in the short term, but it reduces the drive needed to do the hard work. Case study: the entrepreneur who talked too much. Meet Jake, an aspiring entrepreneur. He had a groundbreaking idea for a new app and couldn't wait to tell everyone. Every conversation revolved around his future success, investors he'd attract, the market he'd dominate, and the millions he'd make. But here's the problem: after months of talking, Jake had done little actual work. He mistook validation for execution. Meanwhile, Another developer working on a similar idea quietly built his product and launched it. By the time Jake was ready to start, the market was already claimed. The lesson? Action, not talk, drives results. A deeper look at Jake's mistake. Jake's failure was not due to a lack of ambition or intelligence. Rather, he fell into a psychological trap. Every time he shared his vision, he received praise. This praise satisfied his ego, but dulled his sense of urgency. Instead of developing his app, conducting market research, or coding the first prototype, he spent months wrapped up in hypothetical discussions and daydreams. If Jake had kept his idea to himself and focused solely on execution, he could have had a significant first-mover advantage. The contrast between him and the other developer highlights an essential truth. Success is built on discipline and consistent effort, not words. How to avoid the illusion of progress. Keep your goals private instead of announcing your plans to the world. Document them privately. Write them down. Create a roadmap and execute. Set execution-based milestones. Replace verbal validation with tangible progress. Set deadlines for small, achievable steps, such as completing research, building a prototype, or securing initial funding. Surround yourself with doers, not talkers. Engage with people who value action over discussion. Find mentors and peers who focus on results rather than hypothetical success. Delay public announcements until results are tangible. Instead of saying I'm building a business, say, just launched my first product. Let your work speak for itself. Use talking as a tool for reflection, not validation. If you must discuss your goals, do it strategically. Speak with trusted mentors or close friends who can provide constructive feedback rather than empty encouragement. By applying these principles, you can maintain momentum and prevent the false sense of progress that comes from premature announcements. Not everyone is on your side. The impact of doubt and envy. While sharing goals can sometimes lead to support, it more often invites skepticism, criticism, and even envy. Some people consciously or unconsciously will try to plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Why people undermine your goals? Fear of change. When you strive for something great, or it reminds others of their own unfulfilled potential. Instead of supporting you, they may discourage you to maintain the status quo. Unintentional pessimism. Some people believe they're being realistic when they point out obstacles, but their concerns can erode your confidence over time. Envy and resentment. Those who secretly wish they had your courage might subtly undermine your ambition out of jealousy. Personal projection. People project their own fears and failures onto you, assuming that because they couldn't succeed, neither can you. The story of Sarah, the dreamer undermined. Sarah had always wanted to move to New York to pursue her passion for acting. When she announced her plan, friends and family responded with concerns. Isn't that risky? Do you really think you'll make it? What if you fail? Initially confident, Sarah started second-guessing herself. Eventually, fear won over ambition, and she abandoned her dream. Had she kept her plans private, she might have taken the leap before doubt had a chance to sink in. A deeper look at Sarah's situation. Sarah's experience is common among ambitious individuals. The people who discouraged her likely weren't malicious, they thought they were protecting her. However, their words carried hidden fears. Fear of failure, fear of uncertainty, fear of stepping out of comfort zones. Instead of receiving encouragement, she absorbed their doubts as her own. What if Sarah had approached her goal differently? Instead of making a grand announcement, she could have quietly researched audition opportunities. She could have built a financial cushion before moving. By keeping her focus on action rather than validation, she might have been living her dream today. How to protect yourself from doubt and envy. Choose your confidence wisely. Share your ambitions only with those who genuinely support and inspire you. Limit external influence. Avoid seeking too many opinions. Too much input can dilute your vision. Trust your own path. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Success often comes from defying conventional wisdom. Stay focused on execution instead of proving yourself through words. Let your results speak for you. By understanding the dynamics of doubt and envy, you can take proactive steps to shield your dreams and stay on track. Accountability vs. overexposure, choosing the right confidence. Some argue that sharing goals provides accountability, pushing you to follow through. While accountability is valuable, it must come from the right sources. The mentor's advice, the farmer's secret to success. A young farmer once asked an older, successful farmer for advice on how to build a thriving business. The older man responded, "Work hard in silence. Let your fields do the talking." Instead of announcing his plans, the young farmer focused on refining his techniques, studying the market, and improving his yield. When harvest season came, his success was undeniable. Understanding the importance of selective accountability. Accountability should come from the right people. Share your progress with mentors, trusted advisors, or those who have achieved what you aspire to accomplish. Public validation can lead to premature satisfaction. Seeking accountability from the wrong crowd, social media, acquaintances, or casual friends, can lead to the illusion of progress. Action speaks louder than words. Let your hard work and results create accountability. Rather than relying on verbal promises, the power of a supportive inner circle. Surround yourself with doers, people who will challenge you constructively rather than feeding into complacency. Case study: the athlete's silent discipline. Lisa, a dedicated marathon runner, had a goal to qualify for the Boston Marathon. Instead of broadcasting her journey, she quietly adjusted her training routine, sought guidance from experienced coaches, and avoided unnecessary discussions about her goal. After months of discipline, she achieved her goal, surprising even her closest friends. Had she sought validation through premature announcements, she might have been distracted by doubts or external expectations. The key takeaway: share your ambitions only with those who genuinely support and guide you. The element of surprise. The impact of unveiling results, not intentions. One of the most powerful effects of working in silence is the element of surprise. When you talk less and do more, your results speak volumes. Apple's secrecy. The marketing genius of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was known for his secrecy. Apple rarely revealed products before they were ready for market. This strategy built anticipation, excitement, and ensured competitors couldn't steal ideas. The result? Apple consistently delivered groundbreaking innovations that took the industry by storm. Applying the principle to your own life. Personal fitness goals. Instead of discussing your fitness goals, show up months later looking healthier than ever. Career moves. Rather than talking about a promotion you're aiming for, quietly develop the skills and make an impact so strong that leadership recognizes you. Business ventures. Instead of detailing your business plan, people see the grand opening. Let your results be the proof. Skill development. If you're learning a new language or musical instrument, avoid constant updates. One day, surprise people with your fluency or performance. The power of the unveiling moment. Revealing your success unexpectedly creates an impact that is far more profound than if you had been discussing your progress all along. This element of surprise not only impresses others, but also strengthens your internal confidence, proving that you can achieve goals without external validation. By adopting this mindset, you focus on execution rather than approval. The moment when your hard work is finally visible will be worth far more than any premature recognition. Keep working in silence and let your achievements announce themselves. Discretion is not deception. Protecting your mental space. Keeping your goals private doesn't mean you're secretive or deceitful. It means you value focus over fanfare. The more opinions you entertain, the harder it becomes to stay true to your vision. The writer who chose silence. David had always wanted to write a novel. Unlike many aspiring writers who announce their projects but never finish, he took a different approach. He set a daily writing goal, avoided discussions about his book, and kept his progress private. A year later, he had a finished manuscript. When he finally shared it, people were amazed not just by the book, but by his discipline and execution. The power of mental space and focus. Avoiding external noise. The fewer distractions and external influences you have, the more clarity you maintain in pursuing your goal. building self-trust. When you work in silence, you learn to trust yourself instead of seeking constant reassurance. Momentum without interruption. Staying quiet allows you to build momentum without being sidetracked by opinions and feedback that may not be constructive. Revealing strength, not promises. Success becomes more meaningful when people see results instead of hearing about intentions. By protecting your mental space, you eliminate unnecessary doubts and distractions, allowing yourself to operate at your highest potential. Silence isn't secrecy, it's strategy. Final lessons. The power of moving in silence. Silence preserves energy. Talking about goals gives a false sense of progress. Every word spoken about an unaccomplished task consumes energy that could be used toward execution. Instead of discussing your next move, channel that energy into action. Silence shields you from doubt. Early stage ideas are vulnerable. Sharing them too soon exposes them to skepticism, negativity, and unnecessary opinions. Keep them safe until they're strong enough to withstand external scrutiny. Silence builds momentum. Quiet work fosters deep focus, allowing you to make steady progress without distractions. Each small step builds on the last, creating unstoppable momentum that propels you toward success. Silence strengthens impact. Surprise is powerful. When results appear seemingly out of nowhere, they create a stronger impact than if they had been discussed endlessly. Let your actions impress people rather than your words. Silence promotes control. When you dictate when and how your success is revealed, you stay in charge of your own narrative. No one else can shape your story. Your results will speak for themselves. Final thought. Moving in silence is not about secrecy, it's about strategic execution. The next time you set a goal, resist the urge to announce it. Instead, work relentlessly, keep your progress private, and let the outcome make the noise. Your future self will thank you. Challenge. Apply this principle today. The next time you set a goal, resist the urge to announce it immediately. Instead, follow these steps. Write it down clearly. Define what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. Make a plan. Break your goal into actionable steps with specific deadlines. Take silent action. Begin working without broadcasting your progress. Measure progress, not validation. Track your success based on tangible results, not on how many people approve of your goal. Unveil when ready. Let your results speak for themselves when you have something substantial to show. By applying this principle, you take full control of your journey, free from external expectations and distractions. Success is built through discipline, focus, and execution, not empty words. Final thought. Remember, the world doesn't need to hear your intentions. It needs to see your actions. Move in silence, stay consistent, and let your success make the noise. Those who doubted you will be left in awe not by what you said you would do, but by what you actually accomplished.